Are you ready?
Hey peeps, how's it going? Upload streak continues, and at this point, I think we can pretty much just call it daily content, because, not to toot my own horn, but I've been killing it. But nonetheless, I wanted to talk about and kind of give my viewpoint on something that the Detroit fan base is kind of divided on, and I get both sides of it. And I'm not sure what side I'm going to take. I'm just going to give you how I feel and break down both sides of the argument, and just see where the video takes us today. But a lot of the comments that I've been getting on my videos talking about the Pistons is that they think we should trade Blake Griffin. And the reason for it being our good points is he's a big contract. He's always hurt, especially towards the end of the season when it matters, either trying to move up to either make the playoffs or move up to get better positioning in the playoffs, and then eventually missing a lot of playoff games. So I get those points. I don't think anyone's saying he's a bad player. No one's just straight up saying he's garbage, because that would be untrue. No one's saying that. They're just saying they don't like the contract, they don't like the injuries, and I get it. At the same time, this guy can ball when healthy. And I'm glad that I did this video today, because last night there was a video on Twitter, and it was the last play of Blake Griffin's season this year. And he fouled out, and the crowd went crazy for him, giving him MVP chance, because the dude went out there and balled with one leg, just trying to help the Pistons win one game in the playoffs. Now, it's not his fault that he gets hurt. It's just his body betraying him. It's not his fault that this front office can't get this team right. I have 112 respect points. I don't know how many respect points you can go, but whatever it is, I'm maxed out for Blake Griffin. You know, I don't take away him not playing defense or anything like that. You know, that was the knock on him. But after he went out there with one leg and played 2 games just to try to win us one game to avoid the sweep, he has all my respect in the world from him. And that's going to go a long way. So if he does get traded, Detroit fans, we can always remember him by that. But I kind of want to keep Blake Griffin, because I think we can win with him. It's not his fault. It's not Drummond's fault that we can't get the right systems in place. The previous front offices over the years, starting with Joe Dumars, who really seemed to lose his touch over the years, just giving out super bad contracts and getting mediocre players paid. It's just been bad. Draft has been terrible. Been absolutely terrible. This team could be something different if this team could draft and not waste money on dumb talent. So those are really the two arguments, is keeping Blake or letting him go. I think I want to keep him, but I'm not opposed to trading Blake Griffin. If there is a trade that you cannot refuse, obviously you take that, as the front office's job is to look to improve your team. And if there's a team willing to give us good young talent, or a guy who's on equal footing as Blake Griffin, who's healthy or younger, you absolutely are going to take that. I don't think anybody on this team is untouchable. I just don't like trading away players for nothing. Blake Griffin, Andre Drummond, you can get some first-round draft picks out of them. So, I mean, if you wanted to go down the rebuilding road, you absolutely could. You can get a lot of young pieces, a lot of young draft picks to turn into stars. I mean, you could flip it around and try to rebuild, and a lot of people want to go that route. But this team is only a piece or two from being really good, and it's going to be hard to get that piece with the salary cap and all that information that is out there for contracts and all that. It is insanely bad. It is crazy how bad it is. So, obviously, they have to work some magic to build around Blake Griffin, but they can. I just feel like Blake Griffin has evolved his game so much that I think these injuries are going to be less occurrent. I just think that we relied too much on Blake Griffin this year, and we wore him down. Because if he wasn't scoring 30 points a game, we weren't going to win. And you really just got to find some more offensive weapons to help take the pressure off. The Pistons got a lot of holes to fill. They are still a playoff team. I'm really looking forward to the ending of next year, where we could actually make a splash in free agency. So I am very curious to see how this is going to turn out. But like I said, I want to keep Blake Griffin. In the comments down below, explain your case on this side of the fence, because it kind of seems like it's about 70-30. Keep him for 70, 30% trade him. So, I mean, that's actually kind of like a good differential. So, I mean, that's a vast majority of the people who want to trade him. And I get it. I do. But that's not much to talk about. I'm just giving you guys the ball. I want to hear your thoughts on this. And if you guys really want it to be more in-depth, I can absolutely go more in-depth on this. But like I said, man, I personally want to keep Blake. I think we can win with him. I love his game. Got so much respect for the guy. I hate to see someone who wants to play hard in Detroit leave. I really do. But that's all I got for you guys, man. Instagram, Twitter links in the description. Be sure to check those out. All DSA members are currently in the description, so be sure to check them out. And I'll see you peeps in the next one. Peace.